Hello everyone, I am Gaurav, the delivery manager at the Orbis International. Welcome to today's webinar on SailPoint IIQ, where we will explore the key topics like identity governance, lifecycle management, access reviews, and role-based access control. So glad to have you all with us. Let's make this session interactive. So yeah, Abhishek is there. So Abhishek is a trainer for the SailPoint IIQ. So he is expert with over 10 years of experience, specialized in identity governance, access certification, and workflows automation. His in-depth knowledge and real-world expertise ensure an engaging and practical learning experience. So hi Abhishek.
Hi, Gaurav.
Yeah, you can continue Abhishek. All the best.
So, are you guys able to see my screen? Hello?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. So, today just will be saying about the identity access management, how identity access management contributes towards SailPoint, and what are the major components do we have in the SailPoint, and what are the things we will be covering actually. So, generally, all you guys are new to identity and access management, right? So, do we have any experience in IAM tool or all are new to IAM technology? Okay. So first we will see what is identity and access management. Okay. So, generally identity which refers to it may be a user. Okay. So if we take identity and access management, first of all, identity identity may be a user, okay, a user or a network or services, okay. So it may be identity term to it may be anything, okay. It may be user or a network or a services. So here the key thing is access, okay. You know, right? Access is a key point towards it may be anything. It may be an application or it may be a system. Yeah? Okay. So access plays an key role. Okay, where it needs to be secured, because if you're not securing access, right, so which leads to a breach, and you can do anything to the data or to the system, so which brings a reputation to an organization, brings down the reputation on an organization. It may be any organization. It may be a banking sector. It may be a government sector. Okay, or healthcare. Okay. So generally, if you take, let's take one simple example. Let's take a simple example like hotel. Okay. So hotel management. Okay. So you are going and reserving some room. Okay. So generally, first of all, you will be providing your uh, uh, basic details to reserve a room. Correct. So that we call as an authentication. Okay. So general, the first thing you a user needs to be done is user verification needs to be done, right? Whether he is a valid user, right? So you will be doing the authentication. Okay, so while you will be providing your other details or something, or PAN details, some government ID cards, okay, which which says that you are an authenticate person, a valid person to enter the premises. Okay, so once you provide these details, so they will provide you a card, access card, correct? So where you can enter the your room, And see, there may be like you can there are different premises in an hotels, like restaurant, gym, okay, and some theaters, and your room, right? Some of the places where you will be authenticated, okay, so where you can enter the premises, you are authorized person to enter these premises. So here comes the next thing is authorization, okay. So authorization is authentication is which tells you are a valid person. So after that you have some restrictions, right? So to which premises you have the restrictions, like you can enter your room, or you can enter the restaurant, you can enter the gym or theaters, right? Apart from these places, other places like kitchen or any um, service room, so other rooms you cannot enter because you don't have the authorization or permission to enter these rooms. So how these are managed? Because see, these are very important, right? Because if it is not managed properly, then the third person may also enter these unauthorized room, right? Server room, like that and all, right? So he can do anything to the system, and he can hack the system, and he can get all the data, user data, so that by that he can do anything to the thing. So it become unsecure, right? So here authentication, authorization plays a key role, and how these are access are maintained. Okay, if you are not maintaining the access right properly, then it will be an breach. And also a right person should have right access, otherwise it also called as an breach, right? For example, let's take an hospital management, okay. So here there are three main actors, okay, three main actors. That is, one is receptionist, the second thing is doctor, and third person is an admin, okay. So here we do have an hospital portal, okay. Hospital portal, it's like an application where all the user details are maintained, okay. The patients who comes to the hospital, right? So that user detail should be maintained, right? See, if you take receptionist, so uh, what is the role of a receptionist? She needs to get the basic details of a user, and she will be entering all the into the system, like patient name, okay, what is an age, what is a phone number, what is the purpose of visiting, address proof. So the basic details she will be entering. Apart from that, she cannot get any other information. If you take a doctor, right? So he can visit all the detail of it. That is, once you visit a doctor, right? So you will be providing all the history, right? So he will be capturing all the history of patients, right? What is the exact issue? What are the other issues do you have? So all the information he will be gathering, and he will be entering into the portal. So where a doctor can visit, see all the history of a patients, correct? As an admin, he can, if he can provide access to the portal, or he can delete the user, add the user. So that kind of thing he has. So here the most privileged access is admin, because he can do anything to the portal, right? He can add user, delete user, remove anything, or provide access to the doctors, provide access to the receptionist. So he is a key role. So this kind of role we called as an privileged access. Okay, privileged access, because this access can view all the data. Okay, and so here you're categorizing the role, right? Receptionist can only view the enter the basic information of the patients, and also view the basic information of the patients, where doctor can view all the history of the data of the patients, because by that only he will diagnose the issue, and he will provide the next step. right? So he can view all the patient information, and admin can give the permissions to the portal and add the user, delete user, these kind of things he will do, right? Where this is called most privileged access. So here, how we can categorize these things? So what in identity access management we will be categorizing a role. Okay, we will call role, that is we will call the concept called RBAC, that is role-based access control. So based upon the role, so we will be access will be providing to the particular person so that he can access only that. Okay, so that the this portion we call as an authorization permission. Okay, so based upon the role, permission will be allowed to the system, and he can view only that part of things. Okay, so this controlled these can be controlled through the RBAC. Okay, so so here access plays an important role, correct? For example, a receptionist get a role of which doctor have. What she can do, she can view all the patient information, right? And she can do anything with that data. So that is a breach. So a receptionist can view only based upon her role. A doctor should access the system based upon his role. Then only system will be in a better position, right? So to avoid these things, right? So we do have a lot of modules in SailPoint. Okay, these kind of access can be easily managed. Okay, so that is a main purpose of goal of identity access management, to maintain the access. Okay, it provides a security to the system. Okay, and where no a right person have a right access to do a right job. Okay, so no unauthorized person have the access, so easily you can breach to the system. So these things can be avoided. And uncompliance, actually, uh, the identity access management, right? The IAM follows a framework called GRC, that is governance, risk, and compliance. Okay, here governance is nothing but governing the identity, that is identity lifecycle, we called as an identity lifecycle management. Okay, governance which takes care on identity lifecycle management. So what is identity lifecycle management? For example, I am joining an organization. Okay, so once I join an organization, I need some basic level of access, right? For example, I'm joining an organization where I need to do the basic things like Microsoft Teams, Outlook. Okay, so these are some basic access where I need to do my job, right? You know, right? Teams use for the communication purpose, and Outlook for email communication, and timesheet, timesheet. So where I will be entering my times. Okay, so this time, because you know, right? Basic the timesheet only, they will be your salary will be credited on the monthly basis. So this should be entered on daily basis. So these are some basic application access you require on the day one you join the organization. So how it provides? So automatic system in early days, right? So these things done manually. So once you join the organization, after that your entry will be sent to the corresponding team. They will verify, and once they will verify, then only they will provide you access to this application. So it will take 2 to 3 weeks time. Okay, but here everything is automated. So once you join the day one, right, on the day start day, right, system identifies and it automatically provides access to this application. So on the day one itself you will get access, and you can do the your day-to-day activity. So how it is provided means this is provided through a birthright access, which we will call as an birthright. Okay, it automatically identifies the start date of an employee on the job, and it will provides the access on the day one itself. And some other application you may require you need to access, right? So some critical application, so that they won't provide on the day one, so you need some approvals patterns. So for that application you need to raise a request. So that kind of uh, thing we call as an requestable access. Okay, requestable access, where you need to raise a request to that application, and once you raise a request it will go to your manager. Okay, and he will approve or reject. Okay, so once he approves, automatically access will be provided to the application. Then next from that point you can able to access that application. If he rejects, it won't be created, then it you cannot able to access that application. So, this kind of access we call as an requestable access. So the access which is automatically provided on the day one, that kind of access called as an birthright access. Okay, so these things will be happening on immediately, automatically to the system. Okay, and see why you following the approval pattern, because it is a safer run, right? So you should not give directly. So it should, because see these system, right? It doesn't require any approval because these are open to all on an organization level. But certain application will be you will be using on project specific application. So that kind of things you need to raise a request. The request will go to your manager. Manager will verify approve. Then he will once he approves, automatically you will provide access to the system, so that you can able to access that application. And also tomorrow if anybody asks, right, we can say, hey, this he raised a request and manager has been approved. So in audit also it will be captured. Okay, so this we called as an a concept we called as an joiner event, we called as an JML pattern. Okay, life cycle will be part of JML process. JML means joiner, mover, and leaver. Okay. So here, so when an employee joins the organization, what are all things should happen? That should happen automatically. So even this event will take care of in everything. So no need of doing any manual intervention. So everything is automated. So automatically the basic access will be provided, and she needs to raise for the access which is specific to the project, that will be approved by his manager. He will be able to access that application. So this entire process is called as a joiner. Okay, joiner event. And mover means nothing but when you move from one project to other project, right? So your existing access should be removed and new access should be provided based upon your position, right? For example, if you are moving from TL to manager, okay, so automatically whatever access a TL has, automatically it will be removed, and whatever required access for a manager level, it will be automatically provided. So there will be no manual intervention. So based upon the this called as an this type of change we called as an position change. Okay, position position change event. So automatically the system identifies based upon the position change, and automatically it provides the it removes the existing access and it provides a required access to the users. And also when the when a person move out of the organization, right? So automatically his access should be removed, right? For example, I am living out of the organization. If my still I have the access to the application, it is a bridge, right? So sometimes in the manual way, right, it may miss, right? So that leads to an issue, right? So here it is fully automated. So on the end of day, right? For example, tomorrow is my end of day. Okay, to organization. Tomorrow 6 after 6 p.m. automatically system will remove all my access. So after 6 p.m., I cannot access to any application which I have accessed previously. So system takes by itself. This process we call as a lever process. So here, if you see, entire life cycle is managed, right? When he joins organization, required access should be provided. When he moves to one position to other position, or one department to other department, or it may movement may be from one region to other region, he can go to on-site. So he is working in India, so he is moving to on-site. So that is also a position change, right? Organizational change, right? So that also may happen. So that kind of things also, everything is handled. Okay, and he moves out of an organization automatically, system removes. So this process we call as an identity lifecycle management. So everything is covered as part of an governance. Okay, module. And risk is nothing but the I told you, right? Here we saw, right, three kind of access: receptionist, doctor, and admin. Here admin is a risky access. We consider a risky access because high he can do anything with this access, right? So this kind of risky access should be monitored properly on monthly basis, whether it is required or not, like that. Otherwise it leads to an issue, right? So who the person who have the this kind of access, that should be maintained or reviewed on monthly basis. So what we do have a module, okay, in identity in SailPoint, where this kind of risky access will be monitored on regular basis. And for example, manager will be reviewing on every monthly basis. Okay, and he will check whether it is required or not. If it is not required, he will reject. Once he reject, automatically it will remove the access from the system. He would not be able to access anything. Okay, he need to raise another request again if it requires. So these things can be handled in the risk module. Okay, and the final part is compliance. Compliance is one of the critical module. Okay, because see, you guys have heard about ISI and all, right? So every organization, like bank, it may be a banking sector, okay, it may be a healthcare, okay, it may be a retail, government, okay, anything, any sector, they need to follow some process. Okay, for each sector we do have a process. Like in banking sector, we call as an uh, sorry guys, IDPR process. Okay, and in healthcare we called HIPAA. Okay, sorry, GDP, GDP. Okay, these are some standards based upon which that sector should follow. Otherwise, they will remove the authorization, okay, from that particular sector. Okay, because right, so every sector, it is not based upon individual, it's in personal. The user data is there, right? So if you say banking, user data is maintained there, right? If you say healthcare, patient's information is there. So everywhere, each individual data is maintained, and it should be maintained a confidential way and secured way. So how so they need to follow some standards. Okay, so which ensures that the user data is secured and it is not breached. Okay, so uh, so SailPoint follows these kind of standards, which ensures the information is secured and it is not breached. Okay, and we do have two modules, two important modules. One is certification, another one is policy violation. Okay, so certification ensures that here what we will do now. Generally, on every monthly, yearly, or quarterly basis, we can schedule a certification on each application where it sends to its manager a review. Okay. Hey, for example, Abhishek has uh, Abhishek has access to access to applications like claims portal, finance portal, and he have this kind of access. Okay, for example, for claims, he have read access. In finance portal, he have read and write access. Like that, it will sends to his manager and he will review and he will take a decision like approve or reject. Okay, he will take a decision. He can either approve or reject. Here, once manager feels okay, Abhishek can have this access. Okay, and he approves means automatically all this access will be retained. If he rejects, automatically immediately it will remove from the target system. Okay, so this ensures that no unauthorized access will be remaining to a user. Okay, and this kind of thing, right? So based upon the application um, um, need, right, we can configure the certification. Some of the application, right, some critical application needs monthly basis review. Some application, right, they will ask, hey, we need only on yearly basis or quarterly basis, right? So in such case we can customize, so system can adapt to any kind of situation. It can also go for a monthly basis, it can go for a quarterly basis, half yearly basis, or yearly basis. We do have, we can handle any kind of situations based upon the customer requirement. Okay, and also who needs to review? It's not only the manager, or for example, group of people needs to be review this thing, or this particular person needs to be review this thing. Everything can be configured. Okay, so that also it makes sure that it acted on a regular basis and it is removed on based upon the requirement, so that it ensures that data is secured. Okay, and another module we do have like policy evaluation. For example, let's take a claims portal. Okay, so here we do have two things. So here the claims portal is nothing but a portal where you can raise for your bills. For example, some companies, right, you can raise for Wi-Fi bills, phone bills, right? So you need to raise a request. Okay, you will be submitting all your bills. So once you submit the request, it will go to your manager and manager will review. Okay, a user will be raising a request. So once he raised, it will go to the manager. Manager will approve or reject. So once he done any decision, right, it goes to the finance department and they will review and they will review. If it is if all good, they will approve. Once they approve, automatically it will be credited on your monthly salary. So this is a process which we use for a claims portal. Okay, here there are two important requests is there. One is requestable access and approval access. Okay, so when a user has a requestable access, he can go and raise a request in the claims portal. Okay, and here user will be having the requestable access and manager will be having the approval access where he can go and raise a request, approve the request. Correct. For example, if a user has both requestable access and approval access, what he can do, he can go and raise a request himself and he can approve himself, right? So this is a breach, right? This kind of access we called as an uh, unauthorized access. Okay, so this kind of access should not be provided, right? So how to identify these kind of issue access, and we need to remediate these kind of access, right? So this can be easily avoided through the policy violation module. Okay, we will be configuring the thing, and it will identify these kind of access, and we can remediate these kind of accesses, right? And we can avoid it. Okay, so the breaches and things. So these two are major module which is covers part of an compliance module. Okay, uh, and the other major thing we have is the components, right? I will tell you what are the major component we have in SailPoint. Okay, the compliance manager and lifecycle manager is a two major component, and as I said, compliance manager which contains the access certification. I covered, right, the certification part. So here the certification will be created, and it can be reviewed based upon the needs, and here manager will be approve or rejects. If he approves, uh, his access is remained. If he rejects, immediately his access will be remediated. So that by that way we are telling secure to the system. Okay, and policy management we saw, right? The policy violation we saw, right? That can be done. And auditing. So auditing means here whatever activity the user does, right? So he requests for a application access. If he removes the access, everything is captured in the system, so that in case if you want to identify who did this, who delete this thing, or who raised a request for this, when he raised the request, so everything is audited, and it can be captured, and it can be easily provided to the user. For example, a person is saying, hey, I didn't do the request, I didn't do the deletion. So these things easily captured and can be showcased to the thing. Okay, so that comes part of an auditing. Okay, and lifecycle manager, as we discussed, right, that is also one of the major modules which covers all the joiner, mover, and lever process. Okay, when he joins, what happens? When he moves, what happens? So everything is covered. Okay, and the provisioning is nothing but, so I told you, right? So user can raise a request, right? And he can, once it is approved, it is user can able to access to the system. So how user can access? Because his user ID, that is user account should be created in the application and, right, in the target system. So that will be taken care by SailPoint. Automatically it will uh, create a account in the target system once he approved. So that part we call as an provisioning. Okay, that is also handled in the SailPoint. And password management. See, generally, if you want to reset password, or if you forget password, what you will be doing, you will be contacting the IT team, right? So they, you need to provide some security questions. Once everything is looks good, then he will reset the thing. Then you will reset the password, right? But here it it a self-service management will help. That is, user can reset his own password by himself. So first time you will be setting a security questions. So by that, the second time, for example, if I forgot, right, so I can uh, reset my password myself. I don't want to dependent on any IT team. So it is done immediately. Once you do it, automatically it will be done, and immediately you can able to access to the system. So that kind of facility it provides, okay, through the password management. Okay, and we do have reporting. Okay, so reporting is also one of the major thing. Okay, because for example, if customer is asking for any report, right? For example, in this application, I want to know which what are the users who have the access to this application, and what kind of access they have, and what is who are they reporting to, like that. Some reports they're asking, right? So uh, in SailPoint we do have some reports, default reports. By that we can easily generate the report and you can send it across. And also it is automated. That is, uh, for example, if they ask, right, hey, I want this report on monthly basis, so you can schedule the report. There is no need of any manual work. You can first time you need to schedule. After that, automatically it will send based upon the it may be a monthly basis, it may be a daily basis, uh, uh, or quarterly basis you can schedule. Okay, if I want on October, I need to specific month, that also can be done. And for example, if you are not able to find in the default report, right, you can also do the customization. We can do in the customization. And the SailPoint tool generally is developed through the Java. Okay, and they do have their own APIs. Okay, and we will also tell you how the API works and how the customization can be done. That also will be covering as part of the training. Okay, if you want, right, we will you can also see that there are three main categories of roles there in SailPoint. You can be a admin, you can be a support person, or you can be a developer. Okay, so if you want to be a developer, you definitely you need to go through the customization and APIs. Okay, if you know Java, it's very very handy because this tool generally is developed in the Java tool, and the backend all the thing is stored in the database system. Okay, everything is stored in the database system, and the way they are structured or designed this tool, right? So it's very compactable and comparatively, right? So we do have a lot of tools like Okta, Ping, Federated Identity, NetIQ, some of the popular tool, but SailPoint is a leader on the identity access management framework because here 70% will be configuration part, 25 to 30% will be doing the coding. Generally, where the coding come to picture, na? So when you have any customization, generally all the things they have provided. Okay, so generally in the reporting or auditing or any data, if you want everything, we can get through the configuration level. Only if you want to do any additional customization, right? In that purpose only you will be needing to write a code. Okay, and we do have workflows also can be configured. I told you, right? So based upon the birthright access, right, on the day one when the user joins, so based upon the start date, automatically the uh, the basic application access should be provided. So how it works, this works through the workflow. So we do have a workflow in SailPoint, so we can configure the workflow. So these are the event-based workflow. Okay, so joiner event, mover event. So based upon that event, we can design a workflow. So through that workflow, automatically you can create everything in the target system. So that is also one of the key part in the SailPoint. Okay, it's very easy to handle everything through the workflow system. And the role modeling also plays an important picture. So based upon the role, right, you can for example, um, there may be a tester, developer, and be a business analyst. Okay, see, tester may require some sort of application, developer may require some sort of application, and BA requires some sort of application. All right. So, for example, tester needs 5 to 6 application access. So he need to go and raise 5 different requests. If he developer needs some 10 accessing some 10 application, he needs to go and raise 10 different application access, right? So what happened, it increases, right? For example, if I take 20, 30 new users, so how much request he will access? He will get 100 requests, and 100 requests needs to be approved by his manager. It's a hectic task, right? to minimize that, na, we will be configuring the role based access. Okay, so for example, I will create a tester role. Under tester role, I will tag all the application that a tester needs to be accessing. Okay, for example, A, B, C application. Okay, and I will be creating a developer role, and I will tag uh, under what are the application he would be requiring to be accessed, and same wise BA. Okay, so what happens? So when a person comes as a tester, he will be raising a request for tester role, and if this is approved by his manager, automatically all these three application will be provisioned. Account will be created on immediate basis, and he can access all these application. As a developer role, these four access will be created immediately. So with a one single uh, access, I can get different application access. Okay, this concept we call as an RBAC, role based access control, that is handled in the SailPoint. Okay, in different IAM tool we do have it, and in SailPoint it is effectively done actually, and we can also put some restrictions. Okay, for example, I cannot go raise myself. Only a manager should raise for a user. That kind of things, everything can be configured. And approval, once he raised, I need some 2 to 3 approval patterns. Not only one approval, 2 to 3 approvals, because so many applications are involved in this role. So that kind of things, everything can be customized, okay, based upon the thing. So it ensures that the data is secure, right? So approval is very, very important. Without approval you cannot do. Why we are going for approval means, because to 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 tell that it is uh, whether the person is exactly needing this request or not. That's why we are going for an approval, and everything is audited, okay, in the backend. So anything, if any external auditors or internal auditing comes, right, so you can just download the report and showcase to them. Hey, see this when this access is request to this user, and whether it is removed, the termination should be removed, right? So that and all, you can get a termination report, and you can just showcase to the user, showcase to the auditors. Hey, see, we are maintaining these things properly, like that. So which ensures that you are following the you are compliant, you are following the policies and regulations properly. Okay, and also it ensures the unwanted no unauthorized access is accessed by the users. Okay, so so by providing these things, right, so we are protecting the and securing the data without any breaches. Okay, so these are the major things, and we'll be covering on the training part if you required, and we can go with the three roles. As I said earlier, you can go as an admin, we can go with a support person. If sorry, I don't have much programming knowledge like that, you can opt for an supporting role. Or if you want to be a good developer, you can go for a developer role actually, where you will be learning on the development part. They follow on their own APIs actually, and also they provide all the things actually. I will showcase how it looks actually. Generally, SailPoint tool will be, and also one of the key advantage of using SailPoint is you can also you install in your local system with the basic software. Okay, that is also one of the key part actually. So this is how the tool looks like. And I told you, right, certifications, roles, policies, business processes, nothing but a workflows, how workflows, and lifecycle event is nothing but the joiner, mover, lever, right? You can configure all the events, and it will be tagged under the business process. Business process is nothing but the workflow. See, business process. So based upon the event, automatically you can define a workflow. Based upon the workflow, it will act upon. Okay, and advanced analytics reports, okay, where you can, I told you, right, reports can be generated, or if you want to do any customization also, you can do it through the customization. Okay. And one more good advantage is, as I said, no, they are providing a document, okay, automatically. See, these are the documents available, packages, classes that can be easily accessible. If you want to know each which method I need to use, which class I need to use, what I need to use, you can just refer these things. They are also providing everything actually. Uh, it's very very easy actually comparatively to other tool actually, because other tool, right, moreover you will be writing 40 to 30% you will be doing the configuration, 50 to 60% you will be doing the coding. Here the coding level is very minimal. Okay, generally everything will be available in the configuration, and if any additional customization you need to write a rule. Uh, but every module we have a rule. Okay, so where if I go to the certifications, right? So I'll be having a rule. See here. So a rule is nothing but for customization, or if you want to do any validation, or which cannot be handled through a UI part, right? So you can write a customization actually. And the policies, I told you, right? Policy violation. So here also role, see, the role will be there. Yeah, rule, see, role is there, right? So every model we do have rules. Okay. So even the application configuration, if you want to do, if you want to create any applications, right? First of all, here SailPoint will be acting as a middleware. Okay, you will be onboarding all the application into SailPoint. Then from here you will be maintaining all the user access. See, here we do have a lot of rules, so we can do anything through this customization. Any kind of customization we can do. So that is the key part of SailPoint actually. And SailPoint currently trending in the market, and we do have a lot of packages also they are providing in the SailPoint actually. So any questions? I think that's it from my side. Do you have any questions or queries?
Abhishek, this SailPoint IIQ is talking only about the identity, right?
Yeah.
So what is the access tool used here? They don't have the access tool.
See, SailPoint itself act is an access tool, right? So here we can go and raise a request. Everything is handled. We can do in the SailPoint.
Okay, because if you take other company suits, right, they have tools separately for access management and identity
Yeah.
management. Yeah,
Here,
that one.
here, here, everything is integrated in a single tool. So
Oh, means
identity
we.
management, yeah, we can also do access request in SailPoint. We can
Oh,
configure. So we have like service now, some other tools, right? We can
hmm.
raise request, and so here, SailPoint itself, we can act as an access management as well as identity management. Both are handled.
Okay, authentication and authorization also handled by this
Yes,
IIQ only.
yes, yes. Everything is handled.
Can you just show me that how it is done? Means just curious to know.
Um, so access management, see, access management, right? We can create a like this. Okay.
Manage access. Okay, okay.
Or manager access, you can raise our access. If I want to create any access, right? So user go and raise an access. Actually, these we called as in quick links actually. And also we can handle the, so see, I should not show this to all the persons. Only some certain set of users need to see this thing. That also can be restricted. Everything can be configured.
Okay. Because we have this OAuth, SAML, OIDC and all, right? All that
Mm.
can be implemented this IIQ.
Yeah, definitely. See, it
Okay.
supports and also it supports around 108 application it supports. We can integrate in SailPoint.
Oh, they are already available by default
Yeah,
with this.
default
Okay.
default we have. If you go here, Here we have 108 application. Azure we can do Google, IBM,
Oh,
AWS, everything can be integrated.
okay,
Apart,
okay,
if you want to do out of box, right? That
mm,
also you can do,
okay,
but you need to write the for that. See, these are by default they have written, so no need to do any coding part. Okay, automatically only
mm,
the configuration you need to connect to that particular system. The connection details only you need. Apart from that, everything is integrated. Okay, you need not
okay,
to do any like type of coding. That is the beauty of SailPoint.
okay.
There is no
Suppose
need.
suppose if I want to bring any new application for SSO, then if I configure it here, then it
Yeah,
will work with me. Oh,
yes, yes.
mm, okay,
Out of box also you can do. If that for that you need to write a customization code actually.
okay,
You require customization
mm,
and it's very easy to configure.
okay. So we have a cloud version of SailPoint, right?
Ah, yes, we do have that tool is called as an ISE,
I see.
Identity Security Cloud.
Okay.
Actually, that is currently booming, but IAQ is currently popular because ISE in ISE tool, right? What is a big disadvantage, na? So
Mm,
everything is paid actually.
mm,
So for everything you need to
okay,
check with vendor. Yeah. So if I want to deploy anything right in the production, so there's a
mm,
lot of dependencies with vendor
okay.
and lot of restrictions also. For example, here I told workflows, right? So there also
Mm,
we can recently, right? What they have mentioned now, only 25 workflows we can create in the system like that.
okay.
So that kind of restrictions are there here, but here it is fully on premises, right? So everything belongs to the organization part. So you can
Organization.
do
Yes.
anything. Yeah. So everything you can do, whatever you can do. Okay. No dependency with a vendor. Only
Okay.
10% you will be having a dependency with a vendor. For example, if I can't do this here, right? So next step, you can reach out to raise a case and you can reach out to the vendor and they will
Okay.
suggest. But for the suggestion, they will charge.
Yes.
That we called as an expert services. Okay.
Okay.
So that kind of thing is there. But
Okay.
in ISC cloud, there are fully dependent with the vendor.
Mm,
So majorly now the clients are not willing to migrate to ISC product. Only few
yes.
few are using because, but definitely it will come. Not now, maybe in another 7 to 8 years, definitely ISC will become more actually. But
Okay.
but now they are not ready to move on because the investment is very more actually comparative less.
Investment, complexity, and also.
Yeah. So migration is also, right? Because recently, one of my friend project, right? So they also trying to migrate to IAQ to IS. They are actually SailPoint is forcing them to migrate. Because
Okay.
right? So, but they are not willing because they need more cost to invest. And now, as of now, the market is very fluctuation, right? So
Yes.
they are not now to invest more in ISC.
Okay.
But definitely ISC will be popular in future. But see, almost the product are all are same. You can easily work because I have also worked in ISC. So
Okay.
even I have gone through any training. I
Mm,
initially so it's very easy because same similar. Only difference is this is on premises, that is in cloud. That's it. So
okay.
if you know very well in SailPoint, you can easily work in ISC product.
Yes. Only the
That
version change, right? Okay.
uh, that is a cloud. This is on premises. That's the
Ah,
only difference. But
okay.
almost concept are same actually. Everything is that. See, there also we are using certification. There also we are having policy violation. There also we are having reporting, application
Mm,
onboarding. Everything is there. Access request is also there. Only
mm,
difference is that is a cloud version. This is a on-premises version. That's it.
okay.
So
And
there is
the training that you are going to offer, right? It covers both the access and identity.
sorry. Yeah,
The
yeah.
the
That,
thing,
that
right?
yeah, yeah. That will cover everything.
Okay.
You will see everything. Access
Because both
request.
are separate fields, right? Access
Yeah,
system,
yeah,
support system.
yeah, yeah. Oh, they are definitely will see that also here.
Mhm.
Identity management as well as access management.
Access. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
See,
thanks, Abhishek. Thanks.
yeah, yeah. Sure.
Because there we have a SAML to federation in different
Mm,
organization integration and all, right?
yeah. Yeah, we can do SSO also here. MFA also can do
Okay.
multi-factor authentication. Everything is we can do.
Okay.
And we can also actually here we do also have the A also.
Adaptive.
Oh, no, artificial intelligence, right? That is
Yeah.
also
Okay. Okay.
we do have. Actually, that is used in the role management
Okay.
because role is nowadays a critical part, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, it is used in that section actually.
Thank you.
Mm. Yeah. Do anyone have any questions?
Hello, Abhishek. This is Vinay here.
Yeah, yeah, Vinay.
I just wanted to know in the current AI dominant world, how will it impact in future for this sale point scope, I mean, sale point engineers or the developers,
See,
admins or whatever.
yeah, see, sale point is never ever going to stop because right, identity access management. If you just Google it, also you can see identity access management is one of part of cyber security module. We do have 8 modules in cyber security, like application security, network security. Okay, and
Okay.
IAM is one of the IAM is one of the domain and that is to a critical domain in cyber security. Okay, and another important advantage of SailPoint is it can be applied in any sector like banking sector, health sector,
Yeah.
educational, government, right? It covers
Yes.
every sectors and it's growing up actually. If you see, a SailPoint is growing up actually. So it never going to end and it is also adapting to the new technologies as well. Okay, whatever
Okay.
technology is coming, they are adaptive to the new technology too, and they are growing actually now, and it is very very easy actually, user friendly compared to other
Yes.
tools, right? I have also worked in different tools, different IAM tools.
Okay.
SailPoint is more very competitive tool and it's also user friendly tool. So the design they have done right, you
Yeah.
can architecture they have designed is very very easy to understand and the flow is very very easy actually, the troubleshooting everything is very very easy actually. So
I mean,
definitely I'm guaranteeing you that SailPoint never loses its position and definitely it will grow in the market.
I mean to say, like, one who's looking forward to get into the sale point technology, do
Hmm.
they need to be equipped with any AI tools or
No, 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 no,
anything
not
related?
like that. No, no, not
Not
like that.
required. Okay. And for operations role, does Java knowledge is required? Sale point?
Not that much actually. Maybe see it will be good, but
Yeah.
not that much. But see, uh, to my thing, right? To my knowledge, safer
Okay.
safer is a developer, right? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Developer doesn't have any limits, right? So when you are a developer, you will
Yes.
be in a safer end, more
Correct.
secure end, right? And
You mean to
you
say
know.
like operations of the admin part in future
Maybe
it might
see,
be a risk?
maybe no, 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 not a risk, but see, it will be in a secure way, right? So
Okay.
work will be on regular basis. Maybe see, admin means number of person will be less,
Yeah. Maybe
right?
the
For
requirement will be
example,
less.
very less. So, but if you're a
Okay.
developer, definitely there will be a lot of openings, right?
Okay.
A
Okay.
support person also see sir, actually say you can also move like this. You can go initially as a support role, you learn the product, you have some time, right? 2 to 3 years you learn the product because I started this journey as a support person only. Okay, then I move to the developer role. So that will be a good. See, if you don't have much knowledge, my suggestion is go as a support role, take some time,
Okay.
learn things parallelly, then you move
Okay.
to the developer part. So it will be good, right? And package, see, right? Definitely, if you are a good developer, you will be getting a good package.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
And SailPoint, if I want to, some people ask, hey, sir, I want good package. Then go for a good developer. If you want a
Okay.
good package, secure and go for a developer role.
Okay.
If you don't have much knowledge, first you go as a support role, develop your knowledge, then you slowly move to the developer role. That's it.
So in this course, like SailPoint, you told like admin and then developers. They'll be in developer part. Will they teach even the coding part?
Yes, definitely. I will
Oh,
be teaching the coding. And see, another good
okay.
advantage in SailPoint, right? So we'll be providing you the software. So you can install in the local system and you can do anything,
Yeah.
right? And you can learn. See, apart from the training, right? So individually, you need to spend some time to learn the product well.
Correct.
Okay. The training will be just for a guidance, how to
Okay.
approach and everything. And we will give the approaches, okay? How to, what are the good ways we have, what are the things we can do, and
Okay.
everything will guide you. No worries.
And during the training, will there be like a lab kind of thing, like source applications?
See,
Will be there like HR resources or just a flat
see,
file?
no, we will be providing you flat file, JDBC, and Active Directory. Three
Okay.
application will give. See,
Okay.
right?
There'll
Everything
be,
is paid version. You
yeah,
cannot
yeah,
go
I
with others.
know. Correct.
So we can delimited JDBC and Active
Okay.
Directory, and also maybe web services will give some basic things.
The custom thing.
Yeah.
Okay. If there is no connectors available in the cell point for that custom.
Mm. Yeah, correct.
Okay. Thanks for the clearing the doubts.
So if you don't, others don't have any doubts, I think we can wind off. Is there any other queries, guys? Okay. Okay, thanks, guys. Then I think we can wind up for this session. So if you want, as we have messaged, so if you have any queries, you can reach out to the person. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Abhishek. Thank you for the insightful session.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Abhishek.